Man, my bad, man. The internet stuff was tripping. They wouldn't let me log on to nothing. I had to make a whole nother stream up. Like that shit was wild. I'm mad about that shit. Then when I get on this one, it ain't want to upload. That's crazy. I don't know what's that's about. I'm like, damn, I don't know. Something going on with this stuff. Like, what's going on? I can't see the chat. Oh, there we go. I don't know, man. The internet tripping, man. Yo, I was in the last. Man, the last one won't let me upload Purple Bar. I kept on trying to get in there, bro, but it won't work. Lefty, what up, my guy? The shit won't let me work though. I tried my best to get in my last stream. I had to make a whole nother one up and shit. Oh, that Purple Bar, y'all. I know, man. I don't know what's wrong, but yeah, man, this shit crazy, y'all. So how we feeling after what we seen Sunday morning, man? We was up bright and early. Watch the Vikings play. We know how that went. What y'all feelings, man? How y'all feeling? Cause I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. We seen the Packers lose. No, ain't lose. The Packers tie with the Dallas Cowboys. What's going on with the Packers defense? Then we see the Bears sneak off a W against the Raiders. I was mad off that one. Then we see the Lions stump the Browns. We don't even win that loss in the division yesterday. Like everybody in the NFC North won. So how you feeling, Purple Bar, about the team? Like what's going on? How you feeling? I know you a positive person, like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know how you feeling, man. Like the game and the team moving forward. We got the Cleveland Browns coming up. You know, Cleveland ain't gonna be no slouch. Cleveland got a defense, y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. JB, what's the deal, my boy? Was good on the road, but listen in. I appreciate you tapping in with me, bro. And I can't wait to get that live stream in with you too for that Michigan game. Cody, man, what up, Cody? You always say you want to go live, right? He said KLC need to give a play calling. Man, y'all been saying that shit for how many years, man? That man gonna live and die with his play calling. Tap in, Cody. Tap in for 5 minutes with your boy. I've been telling y'all about KLC, man. I've been telling y'all for 4 years, man. Y'all gonna keep on buying that. Y'all gonna keep on buying that purple Kool-Aid he's selling y'all, man. I'm just gonna sit back and watch it. You can look at all my live streams. I mean, people were calling me a haters, and people were telling me I ain't a real Vikings fan. Shit, Vaughn, what's the deal? Come on, Cody, tap in. Tap in. Shit, we gotta talk about this. I'm feeling great about the team. My only problem is the O-line coach and him not able to get back up. That's my problem too. Like, why? Like, people want to blame the offensive line. Why KLC ain't fired the offensive line coach? And the only reason we went out and got them veterans offensive linemen because they couldn't develop no offensive linemen. So we went out and got some veterans that can't stay healthy. Oh, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this, y'all. I just dropped the link in. I'm ready to explode because I've been saying this shit for 4 years, and y'all kept on telling me I'm at work. Damn, you work afternoons. I take it in. We gonna have to get something going in the morning, my guy. You got give me your number, bro. The thing is, my 7 had been spot on. Not surprised. Vaughn, we should have hard. Hey man, listen, man. I'm not gonna say that because if we would have got Harbaugh, Michigan would have won a title. So I would say yes and no. But Harbaugh is a way better coach than Kevin O'Connell, man. Like at the end of the day, y'all, this is year number what? Is this year number 4? Like we gotta stop playing, man. Like take your heart out of it, man. We playing some plug and I'll jump on in. Okay, bet. But man, we like this year 4, man. I've been saying, do y'all remember me telling y'all I was not a fan of KOC? and all the hate I got from the Vikings community, this man selling y'all dreams, man, and y'all buying that shit. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not saying they need to fire his ass right now, but damn it, he close. He fucking Purple Bart. My boy, talk to me.
What up, brother? Can you hear me?
I hear you good. Talk to me. I know you a
Right
very
on, man.
positive person, but me, honestly, bro, I just call shit for what I see and what I've been knowing from watching football, bro. Since day one, when the Vikings won, what they win, 14 games that hit first year,
Mhm.
I was very critical because I know we won 14 games. It was just the way we won 14 games. And people were telling me, oh, you a hater of KOC. You not a real. I said, I like KOC. I just see the offense take too many breaks in the third and second quarter, and we playing catch up. Now, fast forward to now, the shit is a mess, though. This shit is out of hand. The O-line can't stay healthy. JJ McCarthy in and out the lineup. Carson Wentz looking like he want to go out with a damn injury any given play. Like, what's going on, Purple Bar?
I know you're not gonna like my
No,
take on
no,
it, but
no. I
but
like
I'll
everybody. Like
tell you
everybody
how.
got their own opinion.
But I'll tell you how I feel in regards to KOC. Now I'm not gonna lie, man. Year one, because I didn't have any previous experience and I didn't know what to expect. I used to get really mad. I used to get really mad at his play calling. I used to hate when we would be like in these situations where we would run, like we'd have a really like strong drive. We'd get to like their 30, their 40, and then KOC would try some like super brilliant play or something that's supposed to be like, ooh, look at me, I'm the smartest OC in the game, and as a result, he'd force it and we'd lose drives, we'd lose points. Sometimes we'd take massive sacks or it'd be an interception or a fumble because it's just too stupid. And I'd be like, yo, there's just some times where you just need to go back to the fundamentals and the basics, because the basics is always going to work in situations like this, because that's why it's the fundamentals. But over the years, his play calling has gotten better. So I can't dog him for not improving at a rate that my impatience wants, right? He if if I have a guy that I'm training, right, and he continues to improve, I'm never gonna lose my cool on him and be like, yo, you suck. Why aren't you closing sales? Why aren't you, why aren't you doing any like soft closes? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you
My,
coming objections?
on
Right?
my bad, Lefty. My bad. Shout out to Lefty, man. My bad, Purple Bar. Lefty with the super. I think that's a super chat. About time,
Yeah, it
boo.
is.
Hey, man.
But
The last stream was fucking up. They ain't let me get in there for some reason. They ain't want me to talk my talk, man. But I feel you though, Purple Bar though. But my whole thing is, man, like I seen coaches, bro. I seen coaches change franchise around at a at a fast pace. I know it don't happen with our franchises though, but for KLC to be an offensive coach, bro, I thought the strongest part on our team was going to be the offense. And since he been here, the offense was never the strongest part of the football team for real. Besides that first year we had Ed Donatel, but even the first year we playing catch up, the offense disappearing, having too many 3-and-outs, and now I just feel like the shit getting out of hand.
for me, it's like, well, I this is the exact team that I predicted we were going to be, so I'm not
What,
surprised
like
in the
this?
slightest. Yeah, I expected us to struggle in the first half. I expected
But
us
no,
to have just flashes and a ton of growing pains. Now, I
but
didn't foresee the injuries at all. So that I assumed the O-line was going to be a strength because of all the moves that we had in the offseason, right? So yeah, I totally get where a lot of the frustration comes from, but at the same time, I'm like, we've consistently improved in all the areas that I've had gripes with. Now, the only thing that sucks is our inability to get our backups ready to play, and specifically in the O line. Like, for me, it's like Chris just had his freaking head buried in the sand this week. It's like, oh,
who?
well, our Chris Cooper, our offensive line coach, right? So
Oh,
It's like he just buried his head in the sand and was like, well, I'm just going to assume that we're not going to have any injuries and we're going to freaking, we're just going to be the best O-line today and nothing, nothing going to go wrong, even though it's always gone wrong. And he just
but
wasn't
don't,
prepared.
but
Two,
don't,
like,
but at the end of the day, like this, though no offensive line stay healthy through the whole season.
that's my point. And my point is that he should have had he should have had a game plan for his backups just in case they had to play, and then had a backup plan for that backup plan, and then also have different rotations, right? Bro, Blake Brandel is a natural tackle. Okay.
Might get in
And
here.
so
Get your
for
ass in
him
here.
not to be moved over to right tackle and put somebody else at guard, it was just like, how can
Man,
I think of that? And this guy's supposed to be, however much he gets paid a year, an actual professional level offensive line coach, and you don't have that. It's just like he anticipated nothing was going to go wrong with the O-line. There would be no injuries, and we would just next game, you know what I mean? And that's what bugs me, because
you right.
everything else was great. Because if it wasn't for, like, even with all the freaking things going wrong, the defense held up, got a 4th and out. The special teams got a block, field goal or extra point,
Man,
whatever, right? They did everything. Everything else fell into place to where we had a chance at
okay,
the end.
bet.
And if we didn't have that chance, then, you know what I mean? Then I'd be worried, right? A
Yeah,
bad teams would have not, like, I remember when we had Christian Ponder, like that one season when we won like 3 games or whatever it was. The second freaking we'd go down and we'd only have 3 points, it'd be like 14 points. I would just turn off the game because I just knew our team didn't have it in them
man.
to bring the
I,
game back. We
what
have the quality roster to do that, but it starts with the O-line and what we do to prepare the backups and have other game plans for when it goes wrong, because it's going to go wrong and it has been going wrong.
what up though, Cody?
Stop.
What you got to say real quick?
Irritation.
Man, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. 100% honest. I don't do shit but keep it real. Since Chris Cooper been our fucking offensive line coach since 2002, he developed nobody on the offensive line. And Kelsey hired this guy. And for you to see your offensive line, and I'm shocked by Kelsey, because you was a quarterback in the NFL, you need a run game in the offensive line. And for you be calling those same plays with a rookie quarterback, like you got a veteran quarterback in, I'm blowing to me. Like, this is the playbook he been running since day one. I don't see no adjustments. I don't see no quick slants. I don't see no drag routes. I don't see no quick passes. I see the same offense I seen when we had Kirk Cousins. This is the exact same offense. But your offense line can't hold up for the long ass plays to develop. You need to throw that shit away until your offense line is healthy and put in a new playbook. We don't see that. He got JJ back there like JJ is a veteran. Ease JJ in the lineup. Give him a lot of quick plays, a lot of easy plays, a lot of run plays. Did y'all see Jason Dart play the other day for the Giants?
Yep.
Real vanilla. Yeah, but I'm saying real vanilla play calling. Not too much, run when you can. We seen JJ get in there. He like a deer with a fucking headlight. Like, what's going on? And that fall back on
scouting reports are
KLC been here for 4 fucking years, and we talking about the same shit in year 4, play calling and the offense line. All that fall on the head coach, man. You can blame injuries all you want. Injury part of the football game. Why are your backups looking so bad forever since you've been here? The offense line coach do what I do for the offense line. Nothing. He don't develop nobody.
Yeah, but look at them. They go to Bradbury, went to the Patriots, working great. Ezra Cleveland, same thing. Ed Ingram got a 99.8.
You know
why Minnesota.
You know why? Because everybody ain't got fucking played drawing 20, 25 yards down the field to hold the block for fucking 5 and 6 seconds. Like, what's going on, man? This is the same shit we talking about. Then people talking about get this motherfucker KOC 3 or 4 more years. Man, what? Man, hell no. If this shit don't get better, if I don't see my whole issue this year is progress with JJ McCarthy. If I don't see no progress with JJ McCarthy, KLC just gonna hold the Vikings back for however more years he be here, and we're gonna be behind the 8 ball. Because at the end of the day, you got to look at your division. Because you draft for your division, look at what the rest of your division is doing. And you're gonna be behind the 8 ball. You're gonna be behind the 8 ball, study playing with KOC. Keep on. Well, he get the kicker. We would have did if he get like it's always something he missing. He can't never put everything all together. This year 4. Like this year 4 though. We still talking about the same shit. They say, and hey, this is a fun fact. They said the first 5 years, 86% of coaches win the Super Bowl. The first 4 years, 73% win the Super Bowl. In the first 3 years, it's 59%. After that, after the 5th year, the shit is like the shit is a long shot. That's why everybody mad at the Buffalo Bill keeping Sean McDermott. Because the shit ain't, you don't win a Super Bowl really if you've been with a team for 10 years and you never went to a Super Bowl. But it can happen though. But the history of the NFL, the shit don't happen that often. And KLC approaching year 5. And I don't think he's making the Super Bowl this year, so
no, I didn't put them at that either. I just thought they would be. My assessment of this team was we're going to always have an opportunity to win the games, but we're also going to have so many games where our growing pains are going to prevent us from winning games. It is what it is. A rookie quarterback isn't there is we don't have Andrew Luck. We don't have RG3. We don't have these once in a blue moon quarterbacks that have a spectacular year 1 and just hit the ground running. When you go back and look at those guys' draft analysis and stuff like that, they weren't developmental quarterbacks. JJ was classified a developmental quarterback.
Yeah,
Jackson Dart was not a developmental quarterback. Jackson Dart was more pro ready than JJ McCarthy. So I'm not surprised that he did well. That's why I was excited to see him play. But this season, like I said, I'm calling it the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde season. We're gonna be in every single game, but we're gonna have ugly losses and we're gonna have ugly wins, and we're gonna have some crazy highs, like we had in week 1, where we had a historic 4th quarter for JJ. And then we're going to have games like the Falcons where we're just going to look bad. It's just the season that we're in, man. There's nothing a way around it. We don't have a veteran quarterback.
If we did have one, what difference would it make?
If we compare last year to this year, if we look at a guy that's a slightly above average, a veteran quarterback, we would have a similar outcome, and I would have a completely different expectation than what we have now. But with the backup and our rookie quarterback, that puts us at best a slightly below average quarterback. So once you have that, we're going to have a completely different outcome.
But my thing is this though, even with the veteran quarterback, we get to the playoffs, we don't know if you look back at the offense, the last 4 games we played, if you go back to the Lions game, the Rams game, and Chicago Bears and the Falcons, whoever we played, the offense ain't did shit. No more veteran quarterbacks. The offense don't do nothing. KOC fucking offensive scheme is not fucking good. It's not good. And when he's gonna realize it, he don't run the ball. He but how the fuck is the Minnesota Vikings a defensive team and our head coach is an offensive mind guy?
It's just the way that the team is developed.
Because you know why?
Our defense is our strength.
Because you know why?
But you know why? Just because the cards that you're dealt, man. You're not always going to have a Matt Stafford. Yeah, I'm telling you, if we had Matt Stafford at quarterback right now, we probably would be 4-0. It's just that's what we have. We got a slightly above average quarterback last year, and with this roster and this coaching staff, we won 14 games. With the slightly below average, we have the window of winning between 9 and 11 games. That's just how probabilities work, Zoe. And if we had, this is what I'm saying, we need to let JJ play, because if at the end of the season, if he plays the rest of the way, we will know if JJ is the guy, or we need to pivot and go, hey, we need to go find a veteran quarterback that's not a reclamation project, a quarterback that actually still has enough prime ability left to actually win us a Super Bowl. That would be the pivot. I don't know. We'd have to actually negotiate with some team. I don't know.
No, what I'm saying is with coach, it won't be with KOC.
No.
KOC's not going to get fired at least for 2 years, man.
Listen.
They have too much faith in him. They're not going to fire him after this
That's
season,
the
regardless
problem.
what
But my
happens
thing is,
next year.
But my whole thing is this: faith in KOC for what? Name one quarterback he developed at the Rams. KOC never in the NFL.
Do you realize that our fans are the only ones that talk about KOC the way that they do? If we fired KOC after this year, we would be the laughing stock of the NFL.
No, the fuck we won't. No, the fuck
yes,
we won't.
we would. We would be like, how? They'd be like, how do they get rid of a quarterback, a coach that's brought them more wins than losses, and just give up on that? And then he'd go over somewhere else, and then he'd actually do the exact same thing. He'd have way more winning seasons than losses, and then everybody'd be like, "Look at those Vikings; they're so stupid. They can't even keep a good they keep a good coach."
You're right, Purple. You're right, Purple Bar. But guess what?
The perception of the league is.
So, Purple Bar, can I ask you a question? Since he's so great, and we win 15 to 18 games in the regular season, right? So why do we get to the playoffs? We don't know how to play football in the playoffs.
The playoffs wasn't a fault of KOC. It was a fault of Sam Darnold, man. You saw what Sam Darnold was. Sam Darnold, before he can be considered a guy that can win in the playoffs, needed to go through that playoff loss last year, a playoff loss this year, or maybe a win and a loss, and then next year develop like having an actual good playoff run.
You know what it is. You know what it is. Vikings
doubt him.
Vikings fan don't call shit what it is. You know why? You know why Sam Darnold looked so bad? KLC never adjusted the game plan from week 18 when people played our ass and man to man, we got our ass smacked. We never adjust the game plan. He never adjusts the game plan.
And I'm the one there with you that I say that he doesn't adjust in real time fast enough. And it takes him a quarter or two or waiting to the half to actually make adjustments that most coaches do. But that's just
Mike.
That's just what happened.
Only reason I fired KLC is JJ McCarthy looked like a shell shock for the rest of the fucking season.
Yep.
If we fire KOC, there are at least 20 teams ready in line to freaking fight over him and overpay him and help. They would turn their entire franchises around, and then we would look like idiots. 1,000%.
We went to the NFC Championship game with Mike Zimmer, the run pass king. We can't do shit with KOC. We tried. We tried with Kirk for 5 fucking years. Nothing. Did shit. What should we do now?
No, Sam Darnold is not the key. Neither is Daniel Jones.
It ain't that though. But Purple Bar. But I see y'all. But I see y'all week 7. But all I'm saying is though, I just want Vikings fans to wrap this around y'all head. Why are we convinced that KOC can develop a young quarterback?
Why are you convinced that he can't, even if he hasn't even had a season to try?
No, I'm saying he probably can. That was I'll wait to the end of the season.
But my point is that you've made that assumption after 2 games. That's the point I'm making.
No,
you're quick to jump to that conclusion.
I made shit 2 years ago. His play calling it too much.
So 2 years ago, he had a rookie quarterback to develop.
No,
he hasn't had one. This is the first year he has. I know, but this is the first year he has to develop a rookie quarterback. And until, like I said last year, when everybody was like, what do you think Sam Darnold is? Do you think this? And I'd be like, I don't know until the end of the season. And until the end of the season, and then we can see what JJ becomes, the flashes that he shows, the improvement he shows, we can't make that judgment.
I feel you, though. I'm just saying. I'm just tell you what I see. And I tell you what, if the Vikings had hardball, we wouldn't be in this motherfucking boat right now.
Agreed.
Harbaugh know how to coach football team. He really know how to coach quarterback. I can name quarterback he really developed. And I'm not going on no mystery list. I can name quarterback Harbaugh had his hands on and went to the NFL and did good. And been to the Super Bowl with quarterbacks. KLC, I don't have that with him. Then what happened? What happened? We get our ass stumped against the Browns. That defensive line
to happen.
Like I said, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Next game will probably come out a lot better, and people will be like, "Where was this team last week?" Just like when we beat the Bengals, they'll be like, "Where was this team last week?" But you got to remember, when you look at game 2 and game 4, the goods outweigh the negatives. The freaking Falcons had 15 points all the way up until 3 minutes left in the game. If that's not a dominant defense, I don't know what is.
It ain't about that, Dylan.
No, but you have to understand that's just the team that we are. This is why I'm so confident. I'm not worried about anything because I expected this. This is the team that we're watching is the team that I expected to see every week. So that's why I'm not afraid. That's why I know that we're right on the path that I anticipated. Mark my words, it's not going to be until the second half of the season that you're going to start seeing consistency in this team and you're going to start feeling better about it. It's just the way development works. Like I've seen guys, I've trained people in both as a personal trainer as in a business setting for sales. And I have seen, if I had made some of those decisions and let people and said, hey, this guy doesn't have it and get fired, or this guy's the next superstar, like promote him. There's been so many situations where I've said, oh, that guy's not going to have, this guy sucks. I don't even know why. And then 3 years later, he's still the one from that training class that's still on the team, and he's producing at a high level. It's the thing is that you have to understand development is not linear in any aspect of growth in any field. No, there are exceptions to rules, but there's a factor when you learn something for the first time. What you don't know, as much as it can hurt you, it also helps you. There's times, for example, there's times where for lack of a better way of saying it, if you're out there and you're playing soccer, let's say, and you have a defender in front of you, you zig when you're supposed to zig, and you don't know why you did it. You just happen to do the right thing. And the next game, you zag when you're supposed to zig. And all of a sudden, you get the opposite result because sometimes you just are in the play in the moment and you just make the right decision not knowing you do. And then all of a sudden next time you try to make that same decision and it's not linear. So then you get the opposite result. It's just how development works on the large scale.
I feel what you're saying, and that's your opinion. Everybody entitled to their opinion. Everybody entitled to their opinion. But what Zoe been watching with the Vikings, this offensive scheme ain't working. And for KOC to keep on having this offensive line coach as the offensive line coach is mind blowing to me. This man
he needs to step up. He needs to step up. Like I said,
he bears at 22. Step up.
Like I said, man, how did he not have the backups ready? How did he not have different rotations? Blake Brandel is a natural tackle. He's got the body of a tackle, and he didn't put him at right tackle. That's just stupid to me. You know what I mean? Like, how do you not have the backups go, hey, if somebody goes down, you're going to come in here. You're going to come in here. This is your specific duty, and this is what I need you to do. And then go, if that doesn't work, I need you to try this. And then if that doesn't work, we're going to try these different combinations until we find something that's working. And he didn't do that. And that's what pisses me off because everything else, as crappy as it was at times, everything else, we gave us a chance. If Carson Wentz didn't have the confidence to throw as much as he did, then we wouldn't have had a chance. If the defense didn't play big, if we didn't come up with stops, if we didn't come up with fourth down stoppages, if our special teams didn't have the plays that we did, then we wouldn't have been in the position to actually tie the game or win the game. That's just how it goes.
But Purple Bar, my whole issue is this with the whole KOC shit. With a rookie quarterback and with a rookie quarterback, why am I seeing the same plays you ran when you have veteran quarterbacks though? Like, why you haven't changed the playbook? Like, where the fuck is the quick slants? Where are the drags route? Why I'm seeing the fucking same play when you had Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold? This is not Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold. This motherfucking quarterback is 22 years old. Why am I seeing the same fucking plays?
And the thing is, it's like it's so difficult and it's so easy to be confused by that because we're not in the freaking quarterback room to understand their philosophy, right? Two, with everything that you said, I've also said the opposite. Hey, the reason why is because guess what? JJ McCarthy was a freaking game manager in university, right? He probably spent a lot of time and had a lot of reps, so he's probably comfortable handing off the ball with quick passes, things of that nature. And if KO sees that that's his strength, why is he going to force him to do that only when he needs him to develop in other areas? If he needs him to develop his pre-snap reads, if he needs him to develop his ability to read defenses, if he's needs to develop the ability to call pass protections, call audibles. He's going to get call plays for him to practice that. If he wants him to experience the NFL speed and work through his progression and think about his post-snap decision making, he's going to call longer developing plays. Yes, he should be smart enough to realize, hey, we got a whole bunch of O-line injuries. We should probably back off this elaborate game plan of how I'm gonna develop JJ McCarthy and go, let's just freaking throw the quick passes. Let's be a check down merchant and avoid the pass rush because the O-line is breaking down. And then let's just like win. And then later on, we can go back to those and help him develop. He doesn't do that. I get that. But that is one of the last things that I've been upset about him over the last few years, and he keeps continuing to improve his play calling. If I would be, if he continues to improve, I would be an asshole to dog him for his inability to improve fast enough, because that's what it is now. We're just complaining that he's not improving as fast as our impatience wants him to. And he's improving at the rate that he's going to improve, because not everybody improves extremely fast like everybody else or some other people, right? But overall, if he continues to do the right thing, he continues to adjust and improve in different areas that I've been overcritical of from, that now I don't see as a problem. I can't dog on him. I just have to have the patience, because he fixed those other things that I used to hate about. It's just another thing that he's going to have to improve at. And I just have to give him that grace because of what he's done up to now. And that's all I'm saying.
Man, listen. This motherfucker gonna be another Marvin Lewis. You know who Marvin Lewis is?
Oh, I know Marvin Lewis.
Yep.
You know about Marvin Lewis in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, 0 for 10.
Them fuck KOC gonna be. Them motherfucker ain't win the playoff game yet, and motherfucker only won the division one time. And us as Vikings fans is happy because we won 14 and 15 games. But come playoffs, we get our ass slapped around the field because our offense can't score no touchdowns.
And I understand having that fear for that worst case scenario. But let me remind you about a guy named Andy Reid. He made a great playoff run in his second year with the Eagles. And then from year 4 to year 10, did nothing. And then he got fired, and then he went to KC, and then he created a dynasty.
Oh, wait. No, hell no. Then Andy Reid, he went to 2 NFC Championship games and went to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But after that, what happened then? What happened after that is my point.
He got fired.
Exactly, because he didn't improve at the weight. And then he goes to KC, and then he hits his stride. That example is to show that development is not linear. That's the point. If we had that, if we had those expectations, then Matt LaFleur would be considered a trash quarterback or coach right now. He's had essentially the exact same performance that KOC has. He made one deep playoff run and then has been bounced out or embarrassed in the playoffs ever since. His rookie year was his best playoff performance.
But you
it's the same thing, and nobody talks. You don't see the Packers fans talking like that about him. You don't see people dogging Matt LaFleur. No, they do the opposite. Oh, he's just a young gun. He's just on the right path, and he's going to be there eventually. And that's the same mentality that everybody has with outside of Minnesota has with KOC, which is why the majority of the league, if they could take him from us, would take him from us and would just laugh.
But listen, you compare him to Andy Reid. Andy Reid reached the NFC Championship 5 times with the Eagles.
Yep.
What did he do? Did he win a Super Bowl with the Eagles? That's my point.
Kelsey, what you mean? Kelsey ain't won a playoff game, bro.
Because there's no one-to-one. There's no one-to-one example of between KOC and anybody else. I've looked for a one-to-one example for KOC. It just doesn't exist.
It's not going to exist.
So the reason why I use Andy Reid is an example that he did have some playoff success, but he never got it done, and the organization fired him. And then he created the modern dynasty that we have now. I'm not saying that KOC is Andy Reid. What I'm saying is that development is not linear for the player, for the coach, for everybody. It's just how the human mind works. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that he's going to be the next Andy Reid and then he's going to get fired and go start a dynasty somewhere. That's not what I'm saying. My point has always been that development is not linear. He has continued to improve year after year, not at the rate that we want, but it's improvement nonetheless.
I don't know.
You want to talk about the old
all I'm
want to talk
saying
about
is
the Redeem team? Remember that team?
the whole
Remember when you guys thought you guys were going to the Super Bowl with T.O. and freaking Ocho? And yeah, it was one of those. I think that was an Andy Reid production, was it?
dream
Was it?
team.
No, that was Marvin Lewis.
Oh, was it a Marvin?
Bengals. That was
Yeah, that's the
Bengals.
Bengals. But T.O.
No.
The
Eagles Redeem team. The Redeem
T.O.
team.
went to Super Bowl with the Eagles. They lost to the
Yeah,
Patriots.
he did. Yeah, he got hurt.
I'm talking about the Redeem team when they had Donovan McNabb, they had Ocho Cinco, they had Terrell Owens, they had
He ain't never played with T.O. over there.
or was it the
No,
Cowboys?
that was
the
Cowboys.
Redeem team. I thought it was
That
the
was the
Eagles.
Bengals. No, that was the Bengals with Marvin Lewis. They did all right, and then they went to 6-10. They went.
No, the Eagles, because I remember in college, my
dream
buddy
team
was an Eagles
Vince
fan.
Young, Michael Vick.
Oh, it was Michael Vick at quarterback. That's what it was.
there we
Vince
go.
Young.
It wasn't Donovan McNabb. No. It was
Yeah.
the Redeem team, the Eagles. It was 2011. Yeah.
Mama Catch. Yeah, Ocho won over there though.
Mama Catch, did that show up today? I think it got a notification that the jersey got delivered today. Hopefully it fits.
But all I'm saying is though, like, I'm not saying fire KOC right now, but if the quarterback don't look better, and next year we struggle again, his ass need to be fired mid-season next year. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be hard with Myles Garrett coming in. Our old line is going to get eaten.
I can't go no 3 more years with the motherfucker as the head coach. I'm not seeing no progress with damn team.
I think that if you try to
at the end of the day, what y'all now realizing, Brian Flores is one of the best defense coordinator in the league. And if we lose B-Flow, this team ain't gonna look nothing like they did this year or the year before.
And that is the main reason why I say we cannot go with Carson Wentz, and we can't do this bullshit, because what will happen is that we're going to be focused on having to figure out what JJ is next year. What we should do is find out now so we can pivot and actually take advantage of what we still have. That's why I always push back on everybody. Let him play. He needs reps, regardless if it looks good or bad. At the end of the season, at least we will know with enough certainty for us to actually make a real freaking decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but man, like this shit right here, man. Then, like, I don't know, this shit crazy though, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This shit is disappointing. Watching this fucking offense week in and week out, look like they don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yep.
Against the Rams. The Rams did the same fucking shit the Lions did to her in the fucking regular season, and we ain't even adjust before we even got to the game knowing what everybody knew what they were gonna do.
Yeah, but the Lions are pretenders, man. They're gonna choke in the playoffs every year. They were supposed to win the Super Bowl last year, remember? And the Commanders embarrassed them.
I'm talking about how the Rams did the same game plan the Lions did and how they whooped our ass.
Yep.
Yeah, but they have an incredible interior pass rush that really caught us off guard. Yeah, we did not game plan properly. I'm not giving any credit to anybody for that game, and I'm not saying that they called a perfect game plan, or I'm not.
But at the end of the day, Purple Bar, you say Lion pretenders all you want. KOC only beat the Lions one fucking time, and if they swoop your ass again this year, you looking real crazy. Inside of your division,
they whooped our ass last year with 23 injuries.
Yeah, they whole defense was out.
They had
the offense with the side that made us lose. So when KOC gets swept again by the Lions, you are 1 assist against your division rival. That don't look good on your resume.
True, but the thing is that we were a flawed team. We need to get to a point where we're an actual complete team. That's what we want, because the expectations that you set, that you have, mirror that you feel that this team is a complete team. If we were a complete team, that's the expectations that I would expect.
I'm not saying go to the Super Bowl. I just want one playoff win.
Yeah, but we weren't a complete flawed. We were a flawed wild card team last year. We knew we had severe weaknesses that teams could capitalize. And we would literally need a Cinderella situation where we needed to have the right teams, get eliminated before we face them. And then we face the right teams at the right time to get to the end. And that like rarely happens. And to game plan or want that to be our option is ridiculous, which is the same situation that people are asking for if they go for if they saying that they want Wentz, right? So my point is that for us to continue on the trajectory to be where you want the team to be, we need to first let JJ play this out. And if he is the guy, then next year, after everything he's learned this year, he can take the next step, because that's usually the trajectory for young quarterbacks. Year 2 is when they take their step. And year 2 is when they start looking like an actual NFL caliber quarterback, not a franchise quarterback, an NFL caliber quarterback. Since we're not there, we're flawed. That's it. But if we play him and then we freaking find out he's not him, he can't get to that level, we can pivot. We can try to make trade with a team that's like thinking, shit, we're like kind of at that point where we've already pushed as far as we can go. We're not going to we can't make it. We're going to have to blow it up, and we're going to have to get an NFL veteran quarterback that's actually has proven success in the playoffs, not a reclamation project like Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold or Geno Smith, a guy that's actually proven. So I don't know, I don't think Matthew Stafford is that guy, because I think he's going to be falling off a cliff pretty massively soon. So next year, having him be that guy, I don't think that. But a guy that can win, and we know, and we can establish a trade partner and make that happen. But until we know what we have with JJ, we won't be able to do that. And if we have that, then we will be closer to complete, to have real expectations in the playoffs. And until then, I don't think we have that luxury to even think that way. And that's all I'm trying to say, because I didn't have that illusion going into the season. We're playing exactly how I assessed this team would be. I thought that not until at least week 8 or game 8 or 9 is where we'd be like, oh, wow, we might actually have something here, because we would have to suffer so much. This is why I said, like, in week 1 and week 2, I was like, this is going to be a roller coaster, guys. Like, it's going to be ups and downs. And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, you can say that, but we need, Kwesi's drafting is god awful. His draft picks have sucked. Be honest. Who has he picked?
They haven't been great, but his off-season acquisitions have been good.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But you gotta win with the draft, though.
Something. I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Donovan Jackson's good. He is, but he's hurt, But what the hell are we gonna do after that? Because if we go, say, 2-16 or whatever, we get a first, top 5 pick, is he gonna screw it up again? Because he's kind of reminding me of the last one we had. Our last GM.
No, Rick was good towards the end. Rick was good. But my whole thing is this, though, y'all. My whole thing, Purple Bar talking about veteran quarterback. Man, KOC asked him to be fired. This shit don't work. Help man, Kwesi. Blow the shit up. The shit over with.
Exactly.
I've never seen a head coach who get a 6-year run with 0 playoff win and no division titles. That's unheard of.
But name a team that blew up their whole game when we're a fringe playoff, when they were a fringe playoff team and literally about to become a consistent playoff team.
I see the
usually they do that after they're on the downside. You know what I mean? We're not there yet.
With the team. When they had a team they could never get over the hump, like we can't get over the hump. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We haven't had a team to try to get over the hump, really.
Okay, who put that team together then, Purple Bar?
Dude, it's been 3 years taking a team that was literally basically freaking really, really flawed. Remember that defense when KOC took over? He inherited Ed Donatel, right? We've gone from a team that was extremely flawed, and we fixed every single year. We have consistently improved in a whole bunch of different areas to get us to this point. So and the reason why we didn't go for Aaron Rodgers, like Sport of Life wants to say, is because we spent 4 years getting to the point where we could draft a lottery pick quarterback. And then we gave up assets to pick him. So that's the reason why we didn't go with Sam Darnold. It's like, why do all that work to try to get on a rookie scale quarterback with a lottery pick quarterback to just give up at the last second and make a dumb move, right? If we look at what Sam Darnold is doing in Seattle, they look like we do last year. When I watched them, they make the same bad mistakes that we do, but they also have really great plays like we did too.
I gotta ask you this though. Harbaugh took over the Chargers, and their defense was piss poor that year.
He's a veteran coach, and he has done what most coaches, like what KOC did in 3 years, he did it in 1 year because KOC is a rookie coach. I thought we were gonna get him. I was happy to have him, and it fell through, and I was pretty upset too.
Hell, you can look at the Commanders coach. What was the Commanders record before they got there?
Who? The
coach? I think
the Commander coach.
15. I think it was 2-15 or 3-14.
Then that following year they went to the NFC Championship game. It don't take that long.
Their division is nowhere close to as competitive as ours. They came in on a last place schedule where we came in on a first place schedule.
But what I'm telling you, Bar, it don't take that long to get a team together. This is year 4. We talking about the same shit. It don't take that long.
Dude, we have gone from a team that we couldn't freaking bank on anything, that was extremely flawed, to a team where we are now, where we have more strengths than weaknesses now, and we continue to weed out the weaknesses. We have O-line weaknesses when we have freaking quarterback weaknesses. 3 years ago, we had freaking weaknesses everywhere. Literally everywhere. O-line, freaking the secondary. We had freaking weaknesses literally everywhere on the field and in the coaching staffs. And we're slowly gotten better. That's where we are. That's why I say we need to let JJ go, figure it out, and at the end of the year, we can actually freaking pivot. The reason why we didn't pivot to Aaron Rodgers now is because we had invested so much time, resources to get to the point to draft him, and then to go for at least give him a year to figure it out. Now, after that, we can go, okay, who's out there? Are we going to trade for freaking Stafford's the only one that keeps them, but there's other better options. I'm thinking that once you look at the situation and what salary cap and what makes sense, I bet you there's another veteran quarterback that we could freaking wheel and dealing bring in there if we need to pivot. And then at that point, we would actually be way more complete than we are now.
I feel you though. I feel you, bro. That's your opinion. Man, this team is what the fuck it's gonna be, man. People gonna blame injuries every fucking year. Everywhere it goes, it's gonna be the same excuse with this coaching staff, man. Chris Cooper should have been fired. He should got fired last year because the O-line been horrible since Kelsey.
He should have been fired the first damn game.
I think Lefty said that KOC inherited him.
I don't give a fuck. He could fire his ass.
Well, that's a big problem that you should have found somebody else who brought other people.
He followed Zimmer at the Bengals.
What year did KOC get here? What year did KOC get here?
2021?
2021 or 2021,
22? 21, 22, yeah. I think.
Well, we hired Chris Cooper in 22 as O-line coach.
Wow. Was that 22 when we got KOC then?
I don't know.
I think it's 21 or
Frozen North. What's the deal?
I'm not sure. But I feel like because when I started like ranting to Lefty about it, I think he told me that he was a product of like a hired
he came from the Jets. He came from the Jets, man.
So I don't know that history, so I can't confirm or I'm just remembering what.
No, but regardless though, his ass should be fired because the O-line wasn't good last year.
I agree. We're in agreement.
And once again, that fall on the head coach because this is your coaching staff.
And I get that 1,000%, but also we need to step back and look at what we're 2-2. We could be 0-4, right? Our record shows what this team is. We're a team that has the ability to win every game, and we also have a team. We have a team that we can freaking shit the bed and lose games. And the thing is that I remember a time when we didn't have a chance. If somebody took a lead on us, we didn't have a chance. And to be able to even have that, the ability to not be like, I'm just going to watch till the very end of the game because we might actually do something. You know what I mean? That's been a long time since we've had that. And That's really good. And that's the same reason that allowed Sam Darnold to do as well, as he did last year. And I'm like what I'm saying. I think you'll have a different perspective in the second half of the season.
Fuck that. See, that's the problem with Vikings fan, man. I done seen the Eagle fire Doug Peterson a year after he won a Super Bowl. And we keep McKelsey because of fucking what? He ain't did shit. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl for the first time for the Eagles and got his ass fired a year after. And we on here on that bitch cuddling KOC like he did some shit.
No, but Doug Peterson had a good defense and a really good running game.
It don't matter.
The Eagles
never won a Super Bowl. You can have all that shit. If you can't put it all together, it don't matter. Because the Vikings plenty of time to have good offense and nice defense, but we couldn't put it together in the playoffs. Doug Peterson put that shit together. The Eagles never won shit before he got there. And he got his ass fired a year after.
But also remember, hindsight is 2020 when it comes to that. When Peterson got fired after that Super Bowl, they got criticized for that move.
So what? Fuck, so what?
It's only until now that we know that it's only like 6 years later that we know that was the right decision. That's my point. We don't know. We won't know what the right decision is with KOC until it plays out.
Bro, but what I'm telling you, how? What the fuck had KOC? KOC ain't did shit.
KOC has brought us a winning freaking record every year.
That winning record shit don't mean nothing. You never won a playoff game. I don't give a fuck about a record, bro. I don't give a fuck they go 17-0.
Okay, so then if we go by your logic and we come in and we bring somebody else and it's the wrong decision and then we have a losing record for the next 5 years, are you going to freaking apologize and say, oh, we should have kept KOC?
No, because KOC probably going to be in college somewhere coaching, so no. No.
So we're going to say, oh, we're going to fire this guy and let's bring somebody else in and then we're going to do the same thing and have this. That's the point. Is that the grass is always greener on the other side. Almost every team in this league.
It's about what you see, bro.
Coach.
It's about what you're seeing when you're watching the game.
And I don't see what you see. That's the point. Because I have accurate assessment of this team and I have accurate expectations. I don't have inflated expectations. I don't believe we're gonna. We need to win a Super Bowl this year. We don't need. I don't like. Oh, we need to make winners. That's just the way it is.
All we asking for at least one fucking playoff win in 4 years. We not asking for much.
True.
We not
even Kirk Cousins. Shit, we got the fucking NFC Championship game with Case Keenum with a good defense, and he threw it quick with a good running game. KOC can't get us a running game. He fucking wants to drop. He wants to drop back 40 times. That's what KOC does. He's a quarterback first. He fucking throws 5-step, 6-step, 8-step drops. Our offensive line can't do it.
Quick, you should know that by year 4.
Yeah, exactly. Look at what Aaron Rodgers did to this defense. He's fucking 42 years old. 42 years old. DK Metcalf, one quick slant to the house. Why can't we do that? We can't do shit. That's the problem I'm having with KOC. His play calling is trash. Myles Garrett is going to eat this O-line apart. He is. With O'Neal out.
Like the Eagles got rid of Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. Yep. And went to 3 years later after they fired the motherfucker?
And there was a lot of people that said that was a dumb decision then, and it took years for people to realize it was.
It don't matter. See,
that we don't know until it's later.
Hey, can I say this real quick? If you was an Eagle fan, you would have been pissed they fired Doug Peterson.
I was pissed off.
He won a Super Bowl. You would have been pissed because you'd be mad they fired KOC. You tell me he the best coach out there.
It's difficult to make that assessment because I didn't make the thing is that I didn't make an assessment of the Eagles team prior to that season to know that to have the perspective that I have now. And yeah, it's easy to say that. Yeah, if I just think about it based on what I know right now. Yeah, I would probably be the guy to be like, why are we moving on from a coach that just won us a Super Bowl? Of course, that's the logical thing. But with this team, I watched literally everything that I can, preseason OTAs, literally everything. And I make my assessment. I watch hours and hours and hours and read a fuck ton of stuff to be able to make the assessments that I do. I didn't do that with the Eagles then. I may have been with the actual data in front of me and making a real assessment. I might have agreed. I don't know. But
No,
I
but
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying
Right now,
is,
without knowing that, I probably would have been like, yeah, we probably shouldn't have moved on from him because we
it
won a
ain't
Super
about
Bowl.
that though.
Just based on
About
that.
it about the shit I'm seeing with KOC in year 4. Like you said, the Vikings got better at different situation, right?
We have gotten better. Most of our weaknesses are almost gone.
Yeah.
Um,
Mostly the
that's the
running.
truth.
Need to
That is
stop
the
the running
absolute truth.
game.
Whether you want to admit it or
That's
not, the majority of the weaknesses
Yeah,
that we had when
I
he
agree with
started
you.
are gone.
I agree with you on
Right?
that. And guess what? And guess what? He probably did his job. Now he probably needs somebody to come in to finish. Just like when Tony Dungy got fired from the Buccaneers, he could never get over the hump. And John Gruden came in and won the Super Bowl. Sometimes
Hey,
people think,
John Gruden also knew everything about those Raiders, though, for him to actually build a game plan to beat that team. So
no,
that is a little bit skewed.
Yeah, but John Gruden did inherit. He inherited a lot
Staff
of
and a
good
lot of
yeah, but,
players.
superstar players.
but what I'm
That
telling
also
y'all
plays a
is,
factor.
but what I'm telling y'all is Tony Dungy couldn't get him over the hump. He built a good
Yeah,
team, but
we
he
don't.
couldn't
The
get him
thing
over the
is that
hump.
we don't know that. Like we're really gonna know that in like 6 years or something like that when
Oh,
he's
that's too
on
damn
another
long,
team
man.
or whatever.
That's too damn
When
long.
this era has passed, when we can actually look back and actually have an objective point of view on what actually happened in history.
So let me
We're
ask you
in
this,
the
Papa
middle
Bar.
of history. Whenever we're in the middle of history, it's extremely hard to be objective. That's the point I'm trying to make.
KOC 36-19, like 4 coaches. Oh, that's I guess that's the problem with Vikings fan. Y'all never seen nobody win shit. So y'all happy with a 36-19 record who can't win a fucking playoff game, who get bullied by a fucking 4-string defense on offense, and he's an offensive coach, and he get out coached by players who ain't even in the fucking NFL no more. They can't win big games.
But when you look,
We haven't won anything since we haven't won anything since the last Super Bowl run, and that was in
KOC,
1974.
the best coach. KOC, the
So-
best coach we ever had in Minnesota.
bro,
He the best coach we ever had.
it's easy to say that when you ignore the context, though. But at the same time, this is why I'm saying the team that we have right now and what we're seeing is exactly what this team is.
It ain't about being impatient, bro.
Exactly why I've been saying what I'm saying.
It's about seeing what I'm seeing. So if y'all say he 36-19, right? So he can win 18 regular season games, then come playoffs, he can't win the playoff game because of why?
Because of that's how people learn, man. That's how learning and development works, bro. Not everybody can do that. The Bills went 4 years in a row and they lost.
Who?
So they didn't develop. They didn't move forward.
Who?
The Bills. They went 4 years in a row and lost.
No, they went to the Super Bowl.
They didn't develop. Yeah, they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and they lost all of them.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Purple Bar? Why you keep on talking about people that? Why you keep on talking about team that reached the Super Bowl? We just talking about reaching the fucking playoff win, bro.
Because I'm trying to find examples and metaphors to get through.
Use one who never won a playoff game.
Things that I feel like you're not understanding. That's why I'm trying to use metaphors or similes or examples so that you can understand my perspective. That's why I do it. Not because I'm saying that our team is that. I'm trying to give you examples of history to understand where I'm coming from.
No, but he said you way too impatient. It ain't about impatient, bro. It's about me seeing JJ McCarthy run the same fucking plays that I seen Kirk Cousins run in his first fucking NFL start.
And I explained to you earlier why that could be.
No, you don't do that shit on quarterback, bro. You ease the quarterback into
listen,
shit, man.
I'll remind you what I said because I think you forgot. In university, freaking JJ would probably had a lot of opportunity to hand the ball off, a lot of opportunity to throw checkdowns, a lot of opportunity to throw quick passes, right? So do you think because of his experience in Michigan, do you think that's his strength or his weakness?
I mean, listen, man, they draft him. I don't care about they draft him, bro.
Listen, this is why you're okay. So is that going to be a strength or a weakness? It's going to be a strength. So guess what? Do you think KOC is going to focus on developing in those areas, or is he going to focus on developing different areas like pre-snap freaking decision-making, like freaking audibles, like calling for pass protection, post-snap freaking decision-making, handling the NFL speed, running his progression? All these things are better practiced than long developing plays. That explains what you're complaining about. That's what I'm trying to say. He has a different view of how to develop this quarterback, and he's trying to push him into situations where he can actually learn. He's not going to learn a ton just handing the ball off. He's not going to learn a ton doing all the things that he's already good at. So that's why he calls these plays. But like, I'm with you with the fact that KOC doesn't adjust fast enough. If he wants that to happen and the O-line's injured or they're not holding up, guess what, KOC? You need to be smart enough to go away from your development game plan and start calling checkdowns, running plays, things of that nature to win the game instead of develop your quarterback. So I'm 1,000% on you. Agree with you that he does need to learn how to improve that. That's what I'm trying to say. There's always another side to the coin. You just pointed out that all the reasons why you don't like him calling long development plays. And I just gave you the opposite side of that coin into why he could be potentially doing that. And you're disregarding that.
Yes, because you don't do that shit in week
because
one.
It's a factor.
NFL star. Well, you got your view. You got your view. I got my view. My view is you don't throw the quarterback out there and let him play like he a fucking veteran in week one. But you say he need that, so he need that.
I'm just saying, when I teach people, I don't make them do the stuff that freaking they're good at. I make them work on the stuff that they're bad at.
And I
don't care if they suck when they do it, because I know the long-term outcome is going to be better than the short term. That's my point, because I've trained thousands of people and I've trained hundreds of people in the gym. So this is what I know from my own experience. So I'm trying to convey that to you.
But what I'm telling you is, when you have a young quarterback like that, you ease your big playbook on them. That's what you just do. Everybody know that you just do.
Different philosophy though.
And his shit don't work.
We don't know it. That doesn't work. He hasn't had a whole year to develop JJ yet.
Who the fuck he ever developed?
You can make that judgment at the end of the season, bro. That's when you make that judgment.
What up, Lefty? What you got to say?
2-game sample size.
Yo.
People were taking a 1-game sample size by Carson Wentz and saying he was going to win us a Super Bowl.
No, that was dumb.
Think about that. That's what happens when you dive too much into a small sample size.
Hey, Purple Bar, you know what pissed me off about the Vikings so much? They pissed me the fuck off. Like, was you happy we signed Kirk Cousins? Was y'all happy we signed Kirk Cousins? Be for real.
Fuck no.
Yeah, because you know what? Let me tell you a story about Kirk Cousins, okay? In that first year that freaking RG3 freaking emerged, and Kirk Cousins went out there and played a couple games and he looked amazing. Yeah. I was tweeting Rick Spielman to fucking trade for Kirk Cousins. I wanted Kirk Cousins for that long. And you know what was good about Kirk Cousins when we had him? Is that he gave us the fucking stability at the quarterback position to work on everything else.
Kirk Cousins
was more stable than freaking Sam Darnold, Matt Castle, Teddy Bridgewater, Christian Ponder. And so that's what allowed the Purple Rain defense to emerge, is the stability at that fucking position. That's what he was good for. And he did his job.
I feel you, Purple, but I will say this. I will say this. When we traded for Kirk Cousins, when we signed on in free agency, I was so fucking pissed because I knew his ass wasn't shit. I just watched him motherfucking play all his years at Michigan State. That motherfucker ain't got no motherfucking heart to win no damn Super Bowl.
That's not the point that I'm making either. He gave us consistency at the position.
Purple Boy, we don't want that. We trying to win a Super Bowl, man. We don't give a fuck about no all that shit. We trying to win a Super Bowl.
What position we were before he fucking joined the team? We were a fucking 3-win team with fucking nothing going for us. So what the fuck do you expect? You fucking
what did we get out of that?
Come out of the fucking nothing? You think a team that's fucking severely flawed is supposed to fucking do something?
What did we get out of that?
Fucking learn to fucking open your eyes and take
how long Kirk Cousins here? 4 or 5 years.
How about that?
4 years.
Hold on.
So what did you get out in 4 years? Stability.
Cousins was the quarterback for 6 seasons.
We got stability
before we signed fucking Kirk Cousins.
We passed on Lamar Jackson. We passed on Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts because we had Kirk Cousins.
You don't want to remember that, do you? You don't want to remember that, do you?
What?
We were a bottom feeder before Sam Darnold came along. We weren't no fucking Super Bowl contender. We weren't fucking nothing.
We would sound.
You mean Cousins? Hold on.
Cousins came in 2008. Nice. We just went to the NFC Championship game
the
year before.
Yeah, what are you
So
talking
how
about?
does that make
He
sense?
just he just talking, man. He just talking, man.
Who was the quarterback to start the season?
In 2017 was Sam Bradford.
Sam
Exactly.
Bradford.
And the year before that.
Was Sam
Before
Bradford.
that. That's what I'm
A
talking
Teddy
about.
Bridgewater.
Shit,
Hey,
then.
And the year before that
You weren't a fucking Super
was
Bowl
Matt
contender.
Castle.
You weren't a
And the
real
year before
fucking
that,
anything
Before
yet.
Kirk came, we went to the NFC
Cancel.
Championship game, bro.
What? Hold on, relax.
Huh?
Relax.
Huh?
We were not a fucking dominant fucking juggernaut.
No.
We weren't a
You said-
fucking Super Bowl contender. We were a dark horse team that fucking
You said we were
had
bottom
a
feeders,
really
bro.
good run with a backup quarterback. Did you forget?
You said we were bottom feeders
We were before then.
before
For
Kirk Cousins.
Do you
2017.
not remember the fucking
No.
Matt Castle year? Do you not remember the
No,
Christian
no, no,
Paul
no,
years? Do you
no.
not remember the
You-
Sam Bradford years? Do you not remember the Teddy Bridgewater years? Do you think we were dominant then?
We talking about Kirk Cousins when he came, bro.
You thought, yeah, we weren't dominant before him. He
We
wasn't
wasn't
supposed to be the
fuck's
piece. He wasn't supposed to be the piece to fucking bring us a Super Bowl. That's
We
the
went to
point.
Cousins?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was actually.
What are you
Okay,
talking about?
so-
We went to the NFC Championship game, bro.
Relax. Okay. When Zimmer took over as head coach in 2014, prior to that, yeah, we'd been bottom feeders for like 3 seasons.
Yeah, but that's-
2011, 2012, 2013. 2012 we actually made the playoffs, but that was super, super ridiculous. I mean, it took Adrian Peterson running for like 2,100 yards to get there. But anyways,
Yeah.
Zimmer and Spielman rebuilt the team and rebuilt the defense into just a juggernaut of a defense. Their offense wasn't much. The offense was basically like Adrian Peterson running for like 1,600 yards and Teddy Bridgewater throwing for like 2,700 yards. The first year when we went to the playoffs and lost to Seattle. Okay. And then the year after that was we started on 5-0 and then Peterson got hurt. And then the Vikings finished, I think, like 8-8 at the end of the year. Then they expected to be pretty good in 2017. I'm sorry, that was all. 2016 was the year that Bridgewater like almost died on the field when he got hurt, and they said he if it wasn't for the trainer that he would have lost his leg. That's how bad he got hurt. And then they traded for Sam Bradford. The Vikings quarterback situation from the year Favre retired until Cousins was signed, there was like 8 different starting quarterbacks in those 6 years.
There was no stability. Like I just
You
said.
had
And we were
Donovan
not
McNabb.
runners. We were not fucking playoff contenders. We were nothing
playoff
like
contenders, not from like 2011, from like 2010 until 2015. Those years until the 2015 season, those years in there, we had one playoff appearance, and that was because Adrian Peterson ran for almost a record. That was it.
Right.
So from those years, we had like 7 different starting quarterbacks. You had McNabb, you had Ponder, you had Josh Freeman, you had Matt Castle, you had there's somebody else in there that I'm forgetting, but you also had then you had Teddy Bridgewater take over, who looked good. Now, granted, he wasn't going out there and slinging it like 40 times a game because they had a solid run game. Even when Peterson got hurt, they still had a solid run game. When Cousins was brought in, Cousins took over a team that went to the NFC Championship game, who they thought they had plenty of depth to cover for everything. The problem, what happened when Cousins got here is people are like, well, Cousins took over, he took $30 million a year, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, you know what, Rick Spielman? Maybe if the drafts didn't suck from 2016 until you got canned, maybe there'd be depth. Then there's another problem. So now we're sitting where we're at right now. Well, guess what? We have a draft and a half that are completely gone. All of 2022 is gone. That's a fuckload of depth. That's just, see ya. We fucked that whole draft up. And then you got the 2023 draft. I don't even remember. The only one that sticks out at me that was any good from that year is Jordan Addison. Ivan Pace was that season, but he's an undrafted free agent. He wasn't drafted. So you got a whole bunch of, I can't remember who else is in that draft. I think, was Ingram in that draft, or was he the year before? No, he was, I can't remember. But anyways, you got like from 2016 until basically, let's say 2020, 3, let's say Jordan Addison's rookie year, you have all of those drafts, and I'll bet you the Vikings have like maybe 5 guys total from those drafts. That's a long time to not get anything out of your draft picks.
But like I said, Kirk Cousins gave us stability at the position and allowed us to focus on other things. Yeah,
Right.
he wasn't
It's
the
just
guy
the
long
problem
term.
was is that he came in and is that we just didn't. We fucked it all up.
Yeah.
The front office fucked it all up.
But we're at a way better situation that is now. We need to let JJ frickin' develop because that's the only thing that we have.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. He got to play.
I think like when you guys, because I know that you and D Woods like to get on him for the 2 playoff losses. Ben Green was coached for 6 years before they won a playoff game. And they didn't just lose playoff games, they got destroyed in them. They lost to Washington in 92, 24-7 in the playoffs. They got beat by the Giants 17-10. In 94, they got absolutely destroyed by the Bears at home. In 96, they got destroyed by the Cowboys. It wasn't until 97 that Denny Green finally won a playoff game. You know what it took to win that playoff game? They had to score, I think it was 16 points, I think, in the last 2 minutes to win that game. Or it was 12, something like that. It was something stupid where it took, they had to score, get the ball back, and then score again to win with less than 2 minutes. They pulled it off. They did it. They won 22-21, I think. And then they just went and got killed by the 49ers the next week. But those two, like you guys talk about those 2 playoff games, there was nothing wrong with the offense in the playoff game against the Giants. They put 24 points. If you put up 24 points in a playoff game, if you got a decent defense, you should be able to win that damn game. Especially when you're the 2 seed playing the 7 seed, or maybe they're the 3 seed playing the 6 seed.
Right,
Either way, they shouldn't have had a problem winning that. They shouldn't have had a problem winning that game.
You're right.
That game.
Guess what, Lefty?
Was that Ed Donatel decided, hey, guess what? I'm going to let Daniel Jones get paid because I'm going to play a cover 4. My guy's 10 yards off the ball, and Daniel Jones is just going to dink and dunk his whole way down the field the entire fucking game. That's what happened in that game.
You're right.
And last year, do you remember what happened in that game?
Yeah, I remember.
The shit out of Sam Darnold. He held onto the ball. He didn't throw the ball. He held onto the ball. Guess what Carson Wentz is doing? Holding onto the ball, not throwing the ball. Get the fucking ball out of your hand.
But Lefty,
James McCarthy, same thing. Get the fucking ball out of your hand. Get it out of your hand. Throw it to the fucking receiver. Don't tell me. I don't believe this shit that they're all running like 18-yard post patterns. No, they're not. There's somebody down there. Get the fucking ball out of your hand. That shit drives me insane. Yo,
what
I'm
I would
listening.
say about what I say about the Ed Donatel part. Once again, we all know the defense was ass. You should have fired that motherfucker during the fucking bye week.
You can't do that.
Why you can't?
We probably it would have been worse.
Defensive coordinator in the middle of a season where you're actually winning games. That's not going to work.
No shit.
Because you're not. Because here's the thing: who's going to take over is one of your defensive assistants. Guess what they're going to do?
The same thing.
Run pretty much the same defense.
Same thing.
I don't know.
That's what. I mean, because if you remember, they were winning games with him. Now, the Vikings defense that year was actually pretty good in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, they were getting stops. It was quarters 1 through 3 that they were just letting them go. They were just going back and forth. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. You get scored. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Everybody gets a touchdown. We're all scoring touchdowns. In the fourth quarter, like 9 minutes left, every game, the Vikings defense would lock down. They'd get down. The other team would come back, try and win the game. They'd stop them in the red zone. It happened so many games. They did it to the Bills. They did it to the Jets. They did it to the Cardinals. They did it to the Lions. They did it to the Bears. So, that was a goofy ass year. But and then the Giants, what they ended up going down and kicking a field goal on Christmas that year from like 60 some yards to win that game. But then in the couple weeks later, when they played them again in the playoffs, the Giants just didn't let up. They scored. You gave up 31 points in a playoff game. 31 points in a playoff game. You don't deserve. If you give up 31 points in the playoff game, you don't deserve to win. And then last year was Sam Darnold not getting rid of the ball. Get rid of the fucking ball. Stop eating.
Late in the season, Sam Darnold does not.
Don't believe in really that shit. It's just him not throwing the ball.
He reverts to like he does not have the confidence. He
did
reverts
every year though.
His worst version of himself.
He ate the ball last year,
and we're not going to have to deal with that going forward. And that's what the Seattle Seahawks are going to have to deal with.
Let's hope not, because so far it looks like kind of the same thing. JJ McCarthy has shown the ability to eat the football a lot. Now, granted, there's a lot of times where I want you to eat the football.
When did we forget that rookies are supposed to freaking?
That's understandable. I'm fine with that.
Freaking be flustered in the freaking with the NFL speed.
Shut the fuck up, Adrian Ramos.
Freaking, they're also allowed to show flashes. Like that's what rookie quarterbacks do. The majority, not the exceptions to the rule. The exceptions to the rule.
They got completely fucked last year because McCarthy got hurt and didn't get to take any reps at all.
Yep, that's what screwed us.
Right now, that injury totally screwed him.
And then we're hurt.
He's sitting a lot different.
Yeah, then he's hurt again. He's hurt again. And then look what's happening.
Okay, hold on. I seriously, I'm getting really. This guy's really driving me fucking nuts here. Adrian Ramos. If Carson Wentz was playing, he would have been sitting at home 4 weeks ago. He would have been in the NFL roster in July. So just shut up. You can't put your Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, no one day.
Your mic breaking up a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, it's because I'm talking loud and I'm pissed.
Oh yeah, no. All I'm saying though, like the play caller, man, got to get better though, man. Like we need some quick shit in there to help the offense line out and let people get their mojo and they feeling back in.
I agree. I think you gotta.
He needs to play. He needs to play. He needs to get. He's not going to get better at it, not get faster with the speed, and not be able to handle this shit if he never gets to acclimate to the NFL speed. If we're constantly benching him, we're constantly rotating.
They're not going to bench him.
No, he's going to play
the same thing next year, and then we're going to ruin 2 years. Like I said, let him play, and at the end of the year, we can actually make an assessment: keep him or fucking pivot, and try to trade for a quality veteran quarterback with a winning track record, not a fucking reclamation project.
The only way you bench him,
even a reclamation project. He hasn't even freaking done the work to be considered a reclamation project. Because he hasn't fixed any of the things that he is known for being bad at.
The only way you bench McCarthy is if he's basically putting up like Cade McNown numbers. Like if he's going out there and he's like 9 of 27 and throwing 3 picks, yeah, then you pick him. You sit his ass on the bench.
Let him in there. Just let him freaking deal with him.
You're not getting developed.
At that point, you're not doing him any good by letting him. Because if you're 9 of 27, like that's what I'm talking about. You're out there, you're throwing balls in the dirt, you're overthrowing guys. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's literally the only way I'd bench him. But I'm speaking facts. They're not ready yet, dude. I don't care what you have to say, dude. Go watch your Philadelphia Eagles and mind your fucking business. Seriously, I'm tired of reading your shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the play calling, like let him get his little let him build up his mojo. That's all I'm saying. Let him build his mojo up.
And
exactly. The play like when he faced the Bears the first game, he was getting into his mojo in the fourth quarter. He was letting off he let off the handcuffs. Let him a little bit. Don't have the handcuffs on. He's good with quick slants. If you're getting blitzed 8-9 fucking times, what are you supposed to do?
He's supposed to take off running is what he should do.
Exactly.
He recognizes the blitz. If he doesn't see somebody, like if he doesn't have a short dump off option, get the hell out of there. Start running. Get your ass moving. Exactly. Get outside and turn the corner. That's what he needs to do.
He's gonna get there and better, and it's gonna be hilarious by the middle of the season when all that stuff is starting to weed itself out, and JJ looks like a serviceable game manager. All we need him to do this year.
All he ever is a game manager. I want out.
No. I'm just saying all he needs to learn to become is that this year. And then next year work about taking that step. and continue to move towards franchise quarterback. But
He is
unless he can
number
do that this year, he can't. He's not gonna, unless he has a
Number
foundation of
3,
knowing how to game manage. He's
number
not going to
4.
be able to do the rest of the stuff.
Got drafted.
you got like 5 games to become a game manager, and then after that you better work on actually becoming a quarterback that's going to go out and win football games.
Bro,
After that, you get 5 games from here.
That was it. Calling guy get
But
back.
you can't depend on the defense to do everything, because look who we're facing in the next couple weeks. Lamar Jackson, if he's
Right.
not hurt. You got Saquon, our damn running defense. We're against the 3 of the best. You got King Henry. Come on.
Ravens
We're going to be screwed. We're going to be.
defense is terrible.
No, I'm just saying,
But
we're going to be.
The
we're gonna
litmus
be
test is
fucked.
going to be
Saquon, too.
going to be the Browns first, and then the Cowboys.
He not playing
Every
against the Browns.
single
Though.
Exactly.
He not playing against the Browns, is he?
Yeah, we don't play the Cowboys
talking
until
about the litmus test for this team, because
Oh.
how we do against the Browns in comparison to the Packers and the Bears and the fucking Lions will show you where we are at in the NFC North. Clearly,
Mean nothing, though.
Packers are struggling a little bit.
That don't mean nothing. We playing them in London.
And then we're going to play, and then that's why I said, and then the Cowboys, because we get to play both those teams, and they give us 2 completely different things to freaking that we struggle at. Right?
we don't play the Cowboys until December though.
Yeah, so by then we should be like
Yeah, but
actually
the
banging.
Cowboys-
Those 2 teams are going to tell us a lot about
Cowboys-
this team.
We play the Lions.
Those Cowboys put up 40 points already. Cowboys put 40 on the damn
Yeah, that's
Packers.
a terrible
You think
defense.
the Vikings can do that?
No, we
now?
don't. I don't.
And if we go out there and we don't let them pass like that, and even if we win by 3 points or whatever it is, it's going to look a lot better than what the Packers did. Just like if we go out there and we do something similar to what the Lions did, or just did better than what the Bears and the Packers do, it's going to show us what the quality of this roster is and our potential is. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to tell the fucking whole story. I'm just saying it's a litmus test to see where this team is at.
I want to say that shit. We play the Lion November 2nd.
It'll be fine, man. Trust me. This team is exactly where I've put them at.
I personally, I don't care what happens in the Browns game. I don't care.
Well,
You want to know why?
Oh.
Carson Wentz is playing, and 3 of your offensive linemen aren't going to play in that game. You have 3 starting offensive linemen out of that game, most likely. Brian O'Neill, almost for sure. Ryan Kelly, probably. And Donovan Jackson is definitely out for that game.
Mhm.
So
Kelly probably done for the year.
And then if we look at the situation in game 3 against the Bengals, we were just as banged up then on the O-line, and we had a different game plan. The game plan
their
and the play
defense
calling-
sucks, though.
Yes, I know. I'm not
scored
talking about
2
defense.
touchdowns.
I'm not talking
Right.
about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the play calling and what KOC did for Carson Wentz that game. He called that game how he needed to for Carson Wentz. And it was completely different than when we saw him calling plays for JJ. It's because he has 2 different philosophies. Now, this next week, I anticipate him building a game plan to benefit Carson. So he's going to look half decent again, and will probably beat the freaking Browns.
I don't know. They got a defensive line.
Yeah, but if our
Yeah,
defense
well,
plays like it was
the
last,
Lions just destroyed them,
on
and the Lions'
Sunday-
offensive line's not that great anymore.
No, I'm just saying, if our
But-
defensive line play like it was, on Sunday, Joe Flacco is going to look like fucking Joe Montana.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
That's how.
I ain't worried about our defense.
Came up with a 4th down stoppage and kept us in the game the entire game. If that defense didn't play as well as they did, they would have beat us by more. Just like the Falcons.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. The defense is a lot better, and it will match up really well. It's going to be a defensive battle nonetheless against the Browns, but we're just going to have a slightly better freaking quarterback in offense, and they have 0 offense. They have nothing. Even if they try to put Gabriel in there, or even if they try to roll with Shadur, it's going to be worse for them. So,
yeah, there's a reason why those 2 guys aren't playing right now.
Yeah, even with Flacco playing as bad as he is, they're not committing to Gabriel or to Shador. So that has to tell you a lot. And did you see that interception that Flacco threw last week?
I mean, the one the one
He
that he
just
just
threw it
tossed
to,
out
like,
to the
this.
Lions guy,
I was like,
like right on the
what the
sidelines.
fuck?
I
So
don't
if
know what
he's
the
gonna
hell.
be playing like that, that offense is going to struggle. And
I'm going to assume somebody ran the wrong route on that
probably
because Flacco's
he
not
just
dumb
threw
enough
it
to just be like,
off the
"Burp."
timing. He just, but also too at the same time though, he moonballed that though. So that was if it was a timing play, why wasn't it like a freaking
True. I wonder maybe he was trying to get it out of bounds and just misjudged the
that
what he had to put on it. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's good signs for us, and it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say, like I said, like I've been saying all fucking season. Every single game is going to be fucking a hard win. It's gonna be fucking ugly. We're gonna have ugly wins. We're gonna have ugly losses. It's just gonna be ugly in the entire first half of this season. And it's not till like late in the season where we're gonna start seeing some consistency and go, oh shit, we might actually have something here. And it's just the way it is. We're 2-2, and that reflects that.
Right.
Yeah, I just want the team to, get better. The play calling. It doesn't need to be a dumpster fire, but it doesn't need to be perfect either.
I agree with you on
No,
that.
get rid of the ball and offensive line. Hold your blocks a little longer because you look like shit.
Yeah, I don't that offensive line horrible. Them people that gonna be playing, they fucking ass.
And that damn coach, oh, you should be fired right after they get
like
off
I'm
the
saying,
plane.
why did he not put Brandel at right tackle? He's a fucking natural tackle. Why didn't he have a game plan for if the backup go?
Brandel was playing right. He's playing left guard.
I know, but why didn't he? That's my point. Is like,
who are you going to put on left guard then?
Have other fucking. My point is like, why do you not have other rotations or other fucking things?
They do. That guy's hurt too.
To try, even if it doesn't work. That's my point.
Walter Rouse is hurt.
We didn't do.
They're down to like 6 offensive linemen now.
I get that, but he didn't try anything else. He just said, okay, well, let's just figure it out. He didn't even try another combination. He even try to make adjustments. That's my point. And he didn't prepare the back point.
Put another tight end.
I mean, they probably should have been running more out of 2 tight end sets, but as far as like your offensive line makeup, that's what they got. Because you got 3 guys out, and they had, not only that they have those 3 guys out, they also had Walter Rouse, who was inactive for the game too. So they actually had 4 offensive linemen down for that game.
Well, and that's a problem. Like, if to start, hey, you know what? We should probably have him activated this week. That's a fucking O-line. Fucking.
Well, he was hurt. He got hurt last week.
I thought he was just.
No, he wasn't deactivated because they didn't need him. He was deactivated because he got hurt in the Bengals game.
I thought he was deactivated on the practice squad or something like that.
No. He's not on the practice squad.
That's why. But my point is like why didn't we just try different things, have different fucking strategies, have different fucking game plans? It was just like, well, if this works, it works, or we're gonna go in there expecting nobody to get hurt.
I mean, they came back, right? They came back, and then they come out, and then they just take a gun and just shoot themselves in the foot in that last drive. Like, I don't know what they were thinking.
With those penalties, too.
This is
15, 16
this year.
Or
I don't think I've seen. I don't think I've seen a Vikings team with this many penalties in a year in a long time.
It's been 2 years. I've been watching that because I used to be so fucking pissed off in year 1 with KOC about that. And every year it got better. And then last year we were the best at it because everybody was on the same page. Everybody had done we'd been together for so long and we didn't make any mistakes. We didn't have to worry about bringing a whole new O-line together. Like, the guys that we had were the guys that we had, and everybody was on the same page. And so we had a lot less procedural, a lot less false starts, a lot less stupid penalties. But in year 1, you guys don't remember. I remember in that a lot of those 1-score games, we were behind. Like that Eagles game in game 2 or whatever it was.
I was at that game.
We should have beat them. But the thing is that
that was year 2. That was year 2.
But see, either way, it was the same problem. We had freaking turnovers, penalties, and then the fucking Eagles capitalized. If we didn't give them that advantage, we wouldn't have had to fight our way back into it and almost win. That's my point. And then we got better of it. So I've just stopped been like, okay, we're working on it. So I've let it go. And now it's just different things, right? But yeah, it sucks. It's a product of having all these new guys on the O line and some new guys that we've brought in because we had a decent amount of turnaround. A lot of guys got paid because of what they did last year and didn't come back. So it is what it is. And get on top of that, guess what? I called freaking the two guys that I said were gonna have breakout games was freaking Oliver or freaking Redmond. And Redmond had 2 sacks and a bunch of pressures.
There were some real problems though with there were some Ireland issues in that game. Apparently, like one of the play clocks in the end zone. So the way we were going in the fourth quarter,
it wasn't working. That's
why we didn't have a play clock to see.
Lay a penalty at the end of the game.
So I mean, that's stupid. I guess there were some other problems too in stadium. I guess that stadium's like 200 years old.
Yeah, because Carson Wentz looked over to the referees and was like, "What's going on?" The fucking play clock, and they still give him a delay of game. So
that was like the one that McCarthy got in the was it the Falcons game where the ref was standing in his way and then gets out of the way and then gets behind him and then throws the flag for the delay game and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, you know, but I don't know. That shit needs to get cleaned up. You know what? Here's how you clean that up. You run the fuck out of them in practice. Be like, oh, you don't want to pay attention to what's going on? You don't want to do the little things? Well, guess what? Your ass is going to run.
And remember, going into last year, that was the philosophy with training camp. And last year was the best year that we had with disciplined football play. We didn't have a ton of those penalties. And it's just, yeah, we need to focus on that as well. The stuff that we cause ourselves should not be the reason that we're trying to get back into games. Yeah. The other teammates, the team that puts us behind for us to have to be that shouldn't be ourselves.
And they clearly need Cashman back, and they need Andrew Van Ginkel back too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cashman's
they're much better as those two guys are much better against the run than their replacements are. Mm-hmm. And I think
Pace is too small for Horst to be a linebacker. He's good for pass rush, but
he's a great pass rusher, but he can't stop the run, and he doesn't cover well either.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's fine out there if he's next to Cashman, but if he's not next to Cashman, he's not good enough. But yeah, no, I like Dallas Turner, but Dallas Turner needs to get better against the run as well.
Yeah, like he ain't like Dallas Turner not really flashing to me like he should be yet. I don't know.
And it's early. I mean, you got to remember he was one of the youngest guys in that draft last year. So, but he looks way better than he did last year. He actually does look good. It's just you got to get better against the run.
In a conventional defense, I think he would have developed a lot faster. B-Flow's defense, I think, is a lot for a young guy like that. That's why all these off-season acquisitions where B-Flow, like go watch, if you guys haven't seen Nightcap in the interview with Josh Metellus where he talks about B-Flow and how he is, it'll open your eyes up and be like, oh shit. Because like he has a great eye of identifying players that will succeed in his system. And that's why we've done really, really good job with our off-season acquisitions on defense 2 years in a row for him, right? But like you said, we don't have Cashman, we don't have Van Ginkel right now. And it's just a thing of like, as the season progresses, we're going to get healthier and JJ's going to get more reps and he's going to start getting better. His ceiling is not going to change anything this year. His floor is what we need to work on. And that's every rookie when they first start. And I feel by the second half of the season, we're all going to be like, actually, you know what? I think we may have been thinking a little bit too soon. And when he has a good amount of meaningful reps, and that's what he's missing. Because if he doesn't get them, he will never be anything. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's right now they're
better running back. You kidding me? Our running back.
See, that guy's an idiot. Like I'm done. I'm not even reading that guy's a moron. But when your injury report looks like a casualty list from a battle, you're probably not going to win a game. Just probably not going to win. You can't have that many backups out there. It's just the way it is.
Gil, what up, Gil? What up, Gil? I just hope they be ready for the Eagles after that bye week, though.
I feel like that gauntlet and having JJ start all those games, I think is going to turn some heads, and we're gonna be like, I don't know if we're gonna win every single game or what the outcomes of the games are, but I feel like during those 4 games, we're gonna see like JJ improve, and we're gonna be like, oh shit, okay, these are actually good teams, and he's actually doing some good things. On top of the fact, we'll be a lot healthier. Cashman will be out there, Van Ginkel will be out there, Ingram, or not Ingram, not Darisaw. Fuck, the guy who got the wrist
Jackson.
injury.
Donovan Jackson.
I read so much that like about our Vikings that like literally all their names start to melt in my head together. Like I can't even remember Ingram Dawkins sometimes, or fucking the fucking Rodriguez dude, like you know what I mean. But yeah, like I feel like as the season goes on, that gauntlet, I'm excited to see what JJ can do, regardless of how much struggles we're going to see at the same time. The flash
Get through this game without any more serious injuries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or really any injuries at all, and then get to the bye, and then get healthy and show me some shit. I want to see.
It get real.
Maybe we don't see Ryan Kelly at center anymore, but
no, that's
God, I want to see Darisaw, Jackson. Who's the right guard again? I can't remember. Will Fries, and Brian O'Neill. I want to see those 4 guys actually friggin' play together. Yeah, I think their center Michael was his name Michael Juergens. I think he'll be fine. But for the love of God, just get those 4 spots healthy. For Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know we play Thursday night.
For the Eagles game, that will probably be our healthiest if everything goes according to plan and with rehab and everything.
Right.
And we'll have a good shot. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited for that stretch because that's where I'm anticipating us to be our healthiest and have our most.
Cashman will be back for sure for the Eagles game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's going to be all right if we get all of our damn O-line somewhat healthy. You know, Donovan, Fries, Juergens is an, 7th round guy, but you never know. And everybody else.
Exactly, Dylan.
Feel you, Dylan. I feel you.
That's what I've been saying. The thing is that I keep saying this, and I'll say it a million times until we're deep enough into the season. When you freaking try to draw conclusions from too small of a sample size, you're only going to find randomness masquerading as meaning. There's a reason why at the bottom, whenever they talk about these stats in the middle of live games, like, oh, this is the best performance by a receiver or whatever, and it says minimum 10 starts or minimum 30 passes, minimum. It's because if you don't use a big enough sample size, you get guys that like had one good game, one good half that end up showing up on the list, and it makes the information that you get almost useless. So as we get through the season, that's when we're going to start actually be able to draw some good conclusions about what JJ is, what this team is, and what our future actually holds.
For sure. Yeah, all right, I gotta go pick up my kid.
So I might get out of here too, y'all.
Baby G, keep him out this week. Don't play him. Let him get healthy. We'll see after the bye. Van Ginkel. I don't want him to play this week. Yeah.
No, we don't need him.
Don't even bother. Also, did you see how shitty that field was? God, did they bring over Soldier Field over to Ireland? Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of a rugby.
God, it was terrible.
Rugby type field.
Yeah, I think it was a soccer field.
Dude, this I want to get out there. You know what? We spend as taxpayers in this country an ass load of money on their fucking stadiums. If we're going to give taxpayer dollars to these fuckers' stadiums, then they should be playing the fucking games in the States. You want to play preseason games over in Europe? I don't give a shit. But you're taking our money for these stadiums. I mean, with the exception of, I think the Cowboys Stadium was completely privately funded. But I don't think there's any other ones that are. They should be played here. Peace out. I'm out.
All right, Lefty. Yeah, I might get out here too, man. Shout out to Cody and shout out to Purple Bar from tapping in with us tonight out of the blue.
Let's go. I love every
Yeah.
single one of you, even though you're a fucking Eagles fan and you're fucking brain dead. I still love you, bro. I just one day you'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, it's all funny games, man. We all want the same thing, want to see our teams win, but it's fun debate. You know what I'm saying? Purple Bar, my boy, he know what it is, but it
Oh
was
yeah,
fun
so
though.
man, you know, the second I get a cancellation in Detroit and I'm there, I'm calling you and we're going to go get some fucking wings, bro. We're gonna
For
have, I
sure.
don't drink, but we're definitely gonna have some wings and a couple Pepsis or whatever. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
Straight
a
up.
fucking good time. I can't wait.
Both of you, if you're ever in Tampa,
Tampa?
Oh,
man.
you in Tampa?
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I like Florida, man. They got some good weather and some nice beaches. Tampa might be the play.
So how you ain't no Buccaneers
I'm just
fan?
saying, if you're ever in there. I'm from Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
I moved to Tampa for my job.
Oh, right
I
on.
got you.
Good for you, man. Congratulations.
I'm a mailman and sweating my ass off.
Hey, man.
Okay,
Fucking
I'm the one.
postal office has great fucking benefits and fucking great
Hey.
security, man.
No, they gave me two options. It's Tampa, Florida, or Anchorage, Alaska. I'm like, I'm from Minnesota. I'm sick of the fucking cold.
Yeah, I
No
ain't going
fucking
no
way.
Hey, man, I'm
Yeah.
up in Canada, so I deal with the cold.
That's what I mean.
And so is basically in the same area as me, man. We got the Great Lakes. This cold up here with the fucking humidity. Oh, bro, it hurts
Yeah.
sometimes.
Hey, what was the weather today? It was nice today though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really nice.
hot
today.
as shit. Where I'm at, it's hot as shit. That's why.
You down
Still
south.
need the east. You still need the AC burning on fucking high, eh?
Hey man, driving in the shit is not fun. You have to have my AC broke, so I have to use one of those stupid little fucking fans. Thank God I didn't run out of fucking double A's, or I would have been fucked.
Hell yeah.
105 degrees here.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man. Everybody tapping in, man. Subscribe to my boy Purple Bar YouTube channel if y'all did it. Subscribe to my channel, like the video. Shout out to Purple Bar and shout out to Cody for tapping in with me tonight, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me.
Yeah, you too, Zoe.
Let's go to the fucking
Later,
bowl.
boys.